Zero here. I'm going to show you how I defeat the Barrows Brothers in the Evolution of Combat using Void as a tri-birding method. First, I'll show you my action bars. This would be my Mage bar, my Range bar, and my Melee bar. Note that in every single one of my bars, my two item switches are set to the same two keys, in this case, A and S. My inventory in this case contains no food, no prayer potions. For the equipment other than Void, I have an Arty Cloak 4, Fury Amulet, and Dragon Rider Boots. Two tips about the evolution of combat. First off, the combat triangle is heavily enforced. So mages will beat melee, melee will beat range, and range will beat mage. Second, having a good ability rotation will help keep combat interactive and engaging. Let's start by fighting Darok. Land a stun with impact, take a few steps back, and then begin your rotation. I use rack, then chain, then rack, then combust. The pattern here is to use rack after every other ability. This allows you to maintain damage and keep building adrenaline for those thresholds. Using this method, Darok falls fairly quickly. The same method can be applied to all melee brothers. So hit Varak with impact, walk a few steps away, and begin the rotation again. Acrosay is slightly different. Get him trapped behind this rock first, and proceed to do damage. After a set amount of damage, Acrosay will pray against your current attack style. Switch between range and mage to do the most damage. At this point, I keep fighting Acrosay with mage abilities. This is to build up my adrenaline in order to take him down in one hit. Once you max out your adrenaline bar, switch to your ranged weapon and use Incendiary Shot against Acrosay. Try not to attack too many times while it's active, so he doesn't accidentally switch his prayers. This should kill him. For ARAMs, use ranged and a ranged rotation. Start with Binding Shot, then Piercing Shot, then Fragmentation Shot, then Piercing Shot again. Like Rack is for range, use Piercing Shot after every other ranged ability to maintain DPS and adrenaline gain. For Kirill, switch to your melee weapon and use a melee rotation. This should include Slice, Backhand, Slice, Punish. Slice is your 3-second cooldown, so use it after every other melee ability. For Guthan, switch back to your mage gear and attack appropriately. Make your way back to any brother that didn't show up at his sarcophagus. In this case, it was Torag. This tunnel leads to the Barrows catacombs. Make your way to the center to get to your reward. On the way, you may encounter the last Barrows brother that you did not fight. Kill him appropriately. If at this point the Barrows brother did not appear, he will appear once you try to open the chest. Defeat him appropriately. Once the last Barrows brother is dead, loot the chest and make your way out of the catacombs. If you have any adrenaline left, use the HP ability Rejuvenate to restore your health. And that's how I tri-bird the Barrows using Void. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments box below.